In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how much money I made from my interview with Justin Waller. I'm going to show you all of my numbers. You're going to see everything. This is a pretty old interview, but it keeps getting views. So right now, I just search on my channel for Justin, and this is the main interview, the ultimate guide to becoming a high-level man. And the episode itself, the full interview, it got 358,000 views. And when we go into the analytics, that made $3,500, which is pretty good. Like, I mean, it's one of the best interviews that I've ever done in my channel, and it did really, really, really well. And the smart thing that I did that I'm really happy about is that from that big interview, I also did some segments, some longer clips. And this clip just went bonkers. This is a breakup rules for every man clip. And that 8-minute clip from the big interview made $3,100, which is insane. It almost matched the amount of views. No, it doubled the amount of views, and it almost matched the amount of money that I made from the full interview. So right now I'm adding that up. And the funny thing is that this interview is super like old. Like this happened like a couple of years ago, and it's still to this day getting about 600 views per day, and it's still getting me subscribers, which is really interesting. So this was a very interesting experiment. With this clip, I did a few thumbnails, and this is an example of how you can, like, you do the interview, and then if you find something that is interesting within the interview, it becomes almost like a new video. And some people, they like to watch a clip because it's shorter, or it hits something specific for them. In this case, like from our conversation, this was really interesting, and Justin and I had a great time doing the full interview. But this clip definitely like exceeded all my expectations. And if we go back, you can see like how many subscribers we got from that one. And then let's go back to look at the other one. So then here we have another clip. This one didn't do as well, only 85,000 views, but that still brought in $400. So let me add that up. And this is still getting a few views, like not really much. And then let's go back. The other ones, we can barely count them. This one, I made it members only because it was about money, and it was something very interesting. This honestly shouldn't even be members only. This should be public. I was testing like if you do videos as member, and I was trying to like test the membership when YouTube did that. So I didn't even realize that I was set to membership. So that in terms of money, that only made $6. So now you can see, like, if you do a video and you only get 1,000 views, my CPM for my channel, that's what you get. So only $6, which is hilarious, but it still got 1,200 views. And hey, I'm happy about any view that I can get. So here, this other one, another 1,000 views, only $2. So this probably had a lower watch time in comparison to the other videos. So that's $2. We shouldn't even add that, but hey, $2 is $2. So overall, we got 600, 300,000. So that's 96. Then we were over the million views. So for 1 million views in total, we made $7,000. So you can get like an approximate, if you get about 1 million views, and like if you get 1 million views on one single episode, you're probably gonna get more, because the longer the watch time, you know, the more views you get. No, I was wrong. The longer the watch time, the more money you make on that episode, because you have more places to do the ads. So when we go into the analytics of the full episode, it brought 3,600 subscribers, and the reach, let's look at it. So it got 6 million impressions, and our click-through rate is only 3.4, which for a podcast is pretty high. Anything above 3 on a podcast, I really like. And here you can see the multiple thumbnails. So this thumbnail actually was doing better. This one was at 36%. So maybe I need to change it. Here we tried another one. It didn't do as well. This one, this one, it just looks cool. And that's, I think, what I was going for after we launched the episode. This was last November, so I probably need to do a new test for it. And that's something that people sometimes don't know, is that you can change the thumbnail. But if you're watching this video, you're also wondering, like, how did this guy get Justin on his podcast? Did you have to pay him? Things like that, which is what people ask me whenever I get into private conversations. And the fun thing about this is that I never paid Justin. He never asked me for money. It was never like that. It was actually, we got connected because of another interview that I did with Logan Dong. So shout out to Logan. And then Logan put me in touch with Thomas, who was Justin's YouTube manager. And it was all like just people trying to help each other, trying to do content. And that's something that was super fun about this. And I feel really happy that it happened the way it happened, because I didn't pay for the interview. He never asked me for money, and he didn't even insinuate asking for money or anything like that. And to be honest, like, I never done that in my channel. Like, no one has ever asked me for money. I have never offered to pay anyone. A few people have asked me if they could come on my show, like if they would pay me, and I stayed away from that. It's something that I'm considering in the future, to be honest, because I've seen other people in the space play that game. I'm not quite sold on it, but hey, if someone offers me like $3,000 to do an interview, of course I'm gonna think about, okay, I could take the money and just do the interview and do my best with the interview. But the beauty of this case study is that it didn't happen that way, and it doesn't mean like we wouldn't do it in the future. I think I would consider it, but it was great that it didn't happen that way. I don't know if anyone has done worse or better by asking for money to be on the shows. I just like the fact that it was kind of organic. And I did see other people that had Justin on their show about the same time, and their views weren't the same. And a lot of that has to do with the way we crafted the interview, the way we edited the intro, the selection with the thumbnail, the title. There's a lot of things that go into consideration for the success of an episode. So with this one, it's a really interesting case study, and it has a good combination of, you could have someone famous and your interview could be crap, and then the interview doesn't do as well. Or you could be smart in the way that you ask the questions and craft the interview in a way that is super interesting. Like if you look at this one, and let's look at the retention. So when you look at the engagement, so the average person watched that interview for 13 minutes, which is 10 minutes more than what I usually get on my channel, which is huge. And that means that the interview was interesting and it was done in the proper manner. Now you lose here, when you look at this, the retention, you lose 50% of your viewers in the first 30 seconds, which is insane. But then it kind of stabilizes and you keep losing and losing people. But that's really hard to do on a long episode. For some other people, when they did their interviews, even with Justin, right at the same time, they were doing like half the amount of views that we were doing. And I think it's because there was no agenda. We actually had a good conversation. And sometimes people want to get ahead and have the famous person on their YouTube channel, and they wonder how it would be to do that interview. But remember, before I did this interview, I had already done probably like 40 other episodes. I'm not sure, but it was at least 40 episodes. So, and I had also been working as a producer for a big podcast called Impact Theory for like over a year, maybe 2 years at this time. So I had already edited hundreds of episodes, literally like over 200 episodes between all the different shows that I have worked on and all the episodes that I've done for my own. So you have to kind of be ready, and that's what will help you when you're actually getting someone of Justin's caliber on your show, to be able to do a proper interview that actually has legs and that you have actually something to talk about. So I just wanted to do this quick video. We are hitting a little bit over 1 million views with all of the clips and everything with Justin's episode. So I wanted to break this down for you guys, show you how much money I made, and talk about all the side of the interesting thing of like, oh, did you pay him? How did you get him on the show? So it all happened organically, and I'm super happy about that. And I want to thank Justin for coming on the show. I want to thank Logan and Thomas and everyone who made it possible. And this was a really good experience. And if you guys want to see some more breakdowns, let me know. I'm probably going to do one about my episode with Sterling, and we'll see you guys in another video.